Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiteboard Finance. My name is Marco and I'm here to help you master your money and build your wealth. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to set goals for 2020, both personally and professionally. But before I get into my method behind my madness here and showing you exactly how to do this, I do want to explain to you why goal setting is important. So if you want to use an analogy of a personal trainer or someone like using a workout plan or a diet, these goals are your personal trainer for the year. So instead of screwing off and going to the movies or playing a video game or eating food that you shouldn't, if you have the personal trainer in the back of your head, aka your goals, this will keep you on track to help you succeed in 2020 and beyond. So I have two different ways that I do my goals. As I mentioned, one is personal, one is professional. So this is basically if you have a side hustle, if you're an athlete, if you're in sales, if you're working on something outside of your personal life, you may want to consider creating a whole separate professional goals sheet. For most of you, the personal goals will apply. This is my key to living a well-rounded life, and I'll go over those right now. So here is a screenshot of the sheet that I'm holding literally in my hand, and you can follow along as I go. So this is a Google Drive spreadsheet. So if you know Microsoft Word, this is pretty much Google's version of Word. It lives in the cloud, meaning you can access it anywhere, anytime with an internet connection. So I created this document in January of 18. You can see from the screenshot here. And basically these were my 2018 goals, and I just changed the title every year, okay? So as you can see here, I have 4 different categories. The first one being health, the second being finances, the third being travel, and the fourth being entertainment. So in my personal opinion, this is a great, well-rounded life to have goals in each one of these categories. So you can take a look at my goals very quickly. I'll dive into each one just very, very quickly to give you an example. However, these are your goals. You need to be tracking this for your personal situation. So very quickly, I have a clear title. I know that these are my personal goals for 2019. Under health, I had no alcohol unless on vacation, holiday, or big achievement. So basically, I don't have an issue with alcohol. It's just that I wanted to lower my intake. So I made a conscious effort to slow down on how many times I drank per week or month or whatever you want to call it. So I completely failed that one because I play soccer, and after running around for 90 minutes, the best tasting thing in the world is a beer. So I didn't do the greatest with the alcohol. However, I did achieve my workout and running 2 miles a week. So I play soccer 2-3 times a week. I'm still in good shape, knock on wood, barring any health or injury. And then I also try and run at least 2 miles a week, which is not much, but on top of soccer, it's just enough. I've also hiking once a week in nature, which I think it's important to get out in nature. So for your health, whatever you're focusing on, say you want to lose X amount of pounds, say you want to consume less carbs, say you want to eat a little bit better or go out to eat less times per week, that's something that I would consider throwing in the health category. So moving on to finances, mine were simply 2 things because my finances are pretty much under order. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a financial advice channel. Mine was maxing out my Roth IRA in 2019, which I did on January 2nd, pretty much just put in $6,000 and maxed it out. And then the second one was trying to live on $100 a week straight cash. So I did actually do that for about 3 or 4 months, and then I slowed down. I just marked myself as a failure. So I wanted to go down this sheet before explaining the color coding and also the X's. And then on the goals one, you'll actually see a certain date on the side here, which I'll get into later in the video. There's a reason for that. So anything that was green, I achieved. Anything that was red, or it probably looks orange to you guys, I didn't achieve. And then I put an X. I either crossed it out or I put an X through it if I failed at it. So the reason I advocate printing these out is because of 2 things. And you're not going to believe me on the second one. It probably sounds like BS, but I really don't care because it's true. It happened. So when this lived in my Google Drive in the cloud until April. So I didn't have ink in my printer. I kept forgetting to buy ink. It's one of those things where you go to the store, you forget ink, you forget ink, you forget ink. I finally was at Costco and I remembered to buy ink, and I printed out both of these goals as opposed to just looking at them on my phone. There's a reason for that. When you put something out physically into the universe, whatever this is, the matrix, God, whatever you want to call it, nature, whatever, The higher power, it listens to you. It really does listen to you. So with my 2019 goals, I'll save that story for what happened. But please print it out and please put it somewhere where you can see it frequently. These live in my office above my computer. That way I see them every day. So moving on, travel. So I wanted to visit my grandparents in Europe, didn't have a chance to do that. A lot of these I failed on because my wife is not only in school full-time, she's working full-time as a nurse, and she's also shadowing someone to be a nurse practitioner. So she's got 3 things going on right now, and more power to her. So traveling was kind of just completely wiped out for 2019. Wanted to go camping, didn't do that. Wanted to visit family and friends in Cali, didn't do that. Wanted to go to New York City, didn't do that. I did have a chance to go to Key West. I did have a chance to go to Atlantic City with 2 other YouTubers. Shout out to Nate O'Brien and Ryan Scribner. Key West was with one of my best friends, and that was freaking awesome. We went deep sea fishing. However, I would pick somewhere where you haven't been and go to a culture that you haven't experienced yet. That way, it's kind of like a horse with the blinders on. The more places you travel, the more your blinders are taken off and the better of a world citizen you become, okay? Don't be the guy that lives in his hometown his whole life. You don't want to be that guy. He has no perspective on the world. So next, entertainment. Entertainment is an essential part of enjoying a fulfilling and well-rounded life, whether it's concerts, whether it's comedy, whether it's live entertainment, whatever. Go to something live in person. It'll help you feel alive. Take off the VR headset, leave your house, get some sunshine. However, I didn't go to a couple of these. My wife really likes Chris Daughtry. He didn't come to Cleveland, didn't do that. We saw Ari Spears. For the younger viewers that don't know who Ari Spears is, he's a comedy legend. He was on Mad TV. Hilarious. Playhouse Square, we have tickets for Playhouse Square, so it's not a failure or a success. I just left it blank. Playhouse Square, famous theater district in Cleveland. It's the 2nd biggest theater district in the United States, just under New York City. Cleveland Orchestra, world-renowned. Event at the zoo. The zoo is freaking awesome. Gervasi Vineyard, famous vineyard here in Ohio. Didn't have a chance to go to that. And then Red Steakhouse, shout out to Red. Best steak you'll ever have, ever, period. We went to that earlier this year. So, moving on. Those are the 4 pillars that are important for setting personal goals. Professional. Here's the winner, winner, chicken dinner. This is if you want to actually become something in life, in my personal opinion. You need to have a side hustle, career goals, future goals, whatever, hobby goals, things that are going to actually bring you up in life, okay? So for 2019, all of this has to do, as you can see in the screenshot here, with my YouTube side hustle. So you have to remember, I set these goals in basically December, January of 18, when my channel had about 12, 13, 14, 15,000 subscribers. Now, for that story that you guys have all been waiting for, you know, sitting on pins and needles, biting your nails, I didn't print these goals out until April of this year, 2019, physically print them out, okay? That's when I got printer ink, all that stuff. My car video, the video that has 6 million views, the car dealership video, that video came out in March, okay? Early, mid-March of 19. Did okay, had about 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 views. The day after I printed these goals out, okay? I promise you on everything, I'm not making this up. The day I printed this out, that video went viral. It absolutely exploded, and I made a lot of money off that video, and it absolutely exploded the channel as well. High tide raises all ships. So for all the people trying to make professional goals, be concise and pick goals that will move you forward. So as you can see here, my first goal was earn a total of $5,000+ in ad revenue. Absolutely crushed that. Made very good 6 figures this year. Number 2, get to 25,000+ subscribers, okay? I'm pretty much 10 times that at this point. Number 3, 100+ members and Informed Investor. That was my private stock market group. Had it for about a year, decided to close it down just because I felt like I wasn't providing enough value. People were basically paying me a monthly fee to go over all my stock portfolio, get direct access to what I'm invested in, all that good stuff. Number 4, have one video that gets 150,000 views. Absolutely crushed that. I have multiple videos with that now. Number 5 is get to 150 videos total. I'm a little bit under that. I don't know if I'll hit that this year, but we'll see. Number 6 was 10 interviews or collaborations with other YouTubers. Shout out to Jared on the house flipping video, Roman on the house flipping video, Brad from the Fin Mindset, great interview with him. Meet Kevin, we did 2 videos when he was here in Cleveland. Apple Kreider was on his podcast, shout out to Apple. Departures Capital, what's up Aaron? What up baby? Malik, the ATM video, if you saw that, and also my best friend Bob, I'm going to be interviewing him on how to be a sports agent in Europe. So met that goal, and there's other ones too that I didn't mention. And then number 7, starting a website. I never thought I'd do this if I didn't write this down. This is subconscious, you guys. If you don't write down your goals, you will not achieve them, period. And also print them out physically. Starting a website, I started whiteboardfinance.com. It is not live yet because I actually want to populate it with articles and content before I make it live. However, the outline and the website and the backbone of the site is done. Okay, so with all that being said, you need to set goals if you want to achieve in life, okay? Those that fail to plan, you might as well plan to fail. I know that is a cliche phrase, but it's 100% true. Do you think the top athletes in the world got there by luck? No, there's people that aren't that talented that make it to the professional level because they set goals, they do their workout, they do what they need to do, okay? Regimen and discipline trumps talent any day of the week. So at the end of the day, you guys, I want to thank you for watching this. Check out my free investing guide if you haven't below. You need to share this video with a friend, okay? You're setting your network up to succeed if you send them this video. If you're hanging out with people that are going nowhere in life, they're just in the rat race on the treadmill, they're not setting goals to actually forward them and create a better life for themselves or for you, you need to get out of that network. You're just going to be average, if you will. If you send this to your friends and they all set goals and they all come up, you all come up together and it helps create a better group or better community or a better network. So I'm done getting off the soapbox and the high horse. Have a great Christmas. Have a great New Year if you celebrate. And as always, have a prosperous day. Setting goals, I just got lucky. What the hell am I talking about? Oh, welcome back to Whiteboard Finance.